Good morning. It's okay. So it's cold outside, and I'm wearing my hat. So let's do a video today on the market. In Pasco County, there's 4,453 active listings. That is flattish for the last month or two. Pendings have been going up again. They're at 1684, which is tremendously great indicator of the market. And then we do the solds by going -7, go back a week to -37. And this gives us 1,315 solds in the last 30 days. We're going to go and look at yesterday's actual transactions. We did the pendings. Now we're going to do the transactions. Yesterday, a condominium in Gulf Harbors on the water was on the market for 37 days. They were asking 198 and it closed at 185. Here's a double wide in Dade City. They were asking 192. It sold for 190 in 13 days. Well, that's a pretty strong transaction. Heritage Lakes, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. They were asking 205. It sold for 195 in 203 days. Here's Hicks Road, 209, sold for 204 in 172 days. And this thing is 933 square feet. It sold for $224 a square foot, quarter acre to half an acre. Here we have a property in Holiday. They were asking 260. It sold at full price in 12 days, $171 a foot. Here we have new construction. They're asking 293. It sold in 293 in 13 days, $132 a year in fees, $190 a square foot for brand new construction. Tampa Bay Golf and Tennis Club, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, sold in 5 days at full price. Nice neighborhood, a lot of amenities. Spring Hill, 2021 house. They were asking 317. It sold for 315 in 56 days. Jasmine Lakes, $324,000. Sold at $322,000. This is a pool home. Yeah, I would put the pool home picture. I put the pool picture second, but it didn't seem to matter on this. It sold in 28 days. Jackson Heights in Newport Richey, 335, sold for 330, $233 a square foot, $5,000 credit with a strong offer. Sold in 35 days. Newport Richey is very strong. Oh, Layton Circle. I've done a Layton Circle before. I don't think it was this one. They were asking 350. It sold for 340 in 41 days. This looks like new construction, built in 2025, sold in 5 days at $500 below full priced. $173 a square foot. It sold for $171 a square foot. It's under construction. 2-story, 5 bedrooms. Wesley Chapel, 389, sold for 385 in 274 days. I bet if we looked at the history on this, we're going to see tremendous price reductions. Let's take a look. So this started off at 409, 399, 394, 389, 385. It went under contract once and sold in 274 days. Meadow Point, asking 420, sold for 420 in 60 days. Land O'Lakes, asking 439, sold for 425. It's a 1969 home, lakefront. 1969 home, $425,000, almost $200 a square foot. Grand Boulevard in Forest Hills, $450,000. This must be on the water. Sold for $443,000. You always have to wonder why when you see a transaction that doesn't make sense. There's always a story, and we called it right. It's on the Anclote. Well, the Anclote River's right here. This is arguably a channel, but I'd call it on the river. And that's an interesting transaction as far as I'm concerned. $253 a square foot. Oh my goodness, we're having a. Let's get back into the. Okay, 5 minutes into it, so nobody's on here unless they're serious. Zephyr Hills, 476,000, sold for 471,000 in 180 days, 181 days. Here we go. Lexington Oaks Village, asking 585, sold for 565 in 65 days. 573 sold for 573 in 154 days. Now this was the asking price at the time of it going under contract. 585 sold for over the asking price. 2013 house, very big house, 3,442 square feet. And when we see long days on market, we have to assume that there's been some price changes. 679 sold for 667. You know, this doesn't argue that the market's bad. $1 million sold for $980,000. $294 a square foot. Wow. These are only 22 transactions, and we really need to see, much greater volume. But the way that the market works is that we have a lot of transactions occur in the last week of the month. Hey, I'm Randy Jenkins. Follow my real estate feed at Florida Real Estate Partners, Randal Jenkins, Florida Real Estate Partners. I know you're on my YouTube channel if you're watching this. So feel free to subscribe to my channel to get my current updated content. Let's see if I can wave goodbye. I'm not there, so I'm waving, but you don't see me. I wish you the best. Have a great day. Bye now.